Hey guys, and welcome to episode 2 of the Adam's Words podcast. These are going to go up on Thursdays now. It might not be every Thursday, but I'm going to put these up on Thursday because they are longer form content, and I know that you guys love the travel and adventure stuff that goes up on a Tuesday, so I figured that why not post these on a Thursday and give you the opportunity to watch them if you've got a couple of hours to spend, or what you might prefer is if you click the link in the description, you can actually listen to this podcast, so you can pop in some headphones and go about your day while you're listening to the chats that I have. This week's episode is with Sonja, who is a good friend of mine. We've done a few videos before. We went to Speedvegas and we did the trophy trucks and the race cars. We also went and did that canyon run up in Azusa, and I drifted her GTR. So again, links to those videos below if you haven't checked them out. But we had a chat about what it is to be a professional streamer, how the landscape has shifted given the current climate with what's going on in the world, and we just kind of got into a chat about her love of cars, how she got into it. Just a really good conversation. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and without further ado, let's get into it.
I feel like I'm in 2006 and I'm using Audacity to record audio, but it works.
Why did your audio just make you sound like a man?
No, did it do it?
Yeah.
Is it doing it now? Damn it! This happens on stream. It's gonna keep going until I don't know. I don't know when. Let me try this. This happens on stream and then everyone loses their shit. It's when I open Discord. Listen, I'm experimenting, okay?
It's not like all the way down here.
It's just enough where it's, Oh, I know. I've heard it. I'm gonna leave. I'll come back.
You sound like a really high up exec in like a male-dominated industry that's had to make her voice just that little bit more powerful.
Just a little bit. Well, cheers. What do you got?
Cheers. I have a yerba mate and green tea. I'm doing like a little like combo.
I like that. That's very like calming.
Yeah, I just drink so much tea because I don't know if I told. Yeah, I would have told you because I saw you this year. But yeah, I've been doing the whole like obviously no drinking thing while I've been getting my blood done, and so I've just been pounding the tea. Like, and the ironic thing is, not even English tea; it's South American tea and green tea. So I guess what's that? Japanese, Chinese?
It sounds like it could have been like a euphemism or something. I've been like pounding the tea, like it sounds like that.
Right.
It meant something completely different.
Yeah, no, unfortunately it is just TEA, not tea. If I was pounding the tea, I'd be all jacked up.
The tea.
That'd be nice. All right, cool. Well, yeah, let's do it then. So I'm recording. That all looks fine. You can hear me okay, I presume?
Yeah. Yeah, you're all good.
Yeah, I got this blue Yeti thing, and I mean, it at least looks professional, even if I don't know how to use it properly.
I mean, you know what? It looks a lot more professional than.
Okay, two things. Why is that stand so noisy?
Yeah. So I've had the same mic stand for. Plug your ears. Okay. I've had the same mic stand for like I don't even know how many years, but throughout so many moves, it's just gotten beat up. It's gotten a little it's well loved. But I'm missing one of the screws. I know that everyone's gonna kind of give me shit, and I know maybe as an audio person you're probably like, ugh, but the mic is supposed to be more,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I get that impression.
Definitely supposed to be, but there's a whole situation.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, look, you do you. It's made me feel better about my line of questioning on what does it take to be a professional streamer? Because apparently not a lot. Well, actually, no, a lot of tape.
Yes, it takes rounds and rounds of duct tape to be a professional streamer. I'm actually, you have a much better mic setup than I lost my pop filter. Everything's falling apart.
They're like $8, right?
Listen, where I lack in audio, I make up in lighting. So it all balances.
It's true. Mine is just like nuclear white. I really kind of screw myself because I always wear black clothes, and then I always like having white walls. So yeah, my camera's like just
ethereal,
like, what do I do?
Yeah. It's very ethereal. You look very heavenly.
Thank you. Oh, good. I'm glad.
It's nice.
Do you see the shameless plug down here?
Or the shameless plug right here.
Maybe. I was gonna wear the hat as well, but I figured that I'm enjoying this new shaved head. So
Yeah. When was that?
like
When was that?
maybe a week ago. I got
Okay.
so fed up with the whole coronavirus hair. It was just getting out of control. Like seriously, Sonia, it was so long. I would, if I brushed my fringe down, it would come down to about here because obviously I had the whole like
Right.
sweepy
Swoop,
thing going on. Yeah.
Did you have any photos of like right before?
I do. The only one. I'm not sure I can talk about it. Have you seen the film? Yeah, no, not like that. I realized how that sounded. No, they're not those types of photos. Have you seen the film Peanut Butter Falcon?
No.
Okay, you
That's
need to
very
watch it. It's a
specific, okay.
brilliant film, and for you guys listening, you should go watch Peanut Butter Falcon. It's amazing. Well, basically, the guy in that. So it's what's his face? What's the guy from Transformers called?
Oh, Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf,
There we go.
and another guy, I don't know his name. He's an actor with Down syndrome, and he is inspired. Like his performance is incredible. But there's a scene where he's sitting in the water in his underpants. The guy, the actor with Down syndrome.
So Friday.
So yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And so he sat there just like in the water, and I looked at him and I was like, I feel you, buddy. I feel like that is exactly what I look like right now. So, I've put on a few quarantine pounds. Actually, to be fair, I put them on and now I'm losing them again. So I'm down 5 pounds. I think most of that was probably in my fringe.
I was gonna say,
I
was
fringe
a lot
and
of the
beard.
weight top loaded here? Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so the last picture I have is one that I sent to my friend, which was me with my hair all like brushed forward,
You sitting in a puddle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, with my belly out in Y front. And I was like, well, what did you think of me in my latest film? Because he was the one that recommended I watch the movie. So.
Oh my god. Well, now I need to see this.
Okay, all right. I'll send it to you off stream.
Perfect.
All right. Well, I guess all I wanted to do really was just chat to you about how you kind of came up in this world. Obviously, streaming full time. Talk a little bit about cars. Talk a little bit about growing up. Talk a bit about inspiration, success, motivation. Just all the things that hopefully make people want to get out of bed and either play computer games for a living or chase their dreams.
I love that. A little bit of both.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess why don't we start at the beginning? Like a girl playing computer games. How did that come about?
I feel like it all kind of started back at my grandpa's house. He had one of those old DOS-based computers in the basement, and all the adults would be upstairs kind of like doing their thing, and I would sneak downstairs and I would try and figure out how to use the commands on his computer. And then eventually I found the games folder, and that was probably the moment. I found old games like Wolfenstein 3D, Jazz Jackrabbit, which I should definitely be playing Wolfenstein 3D at like 7 years old.
I was going to say, that's a pretty intense game for a young kid. Did you ever get into Duke Nukem 3D? That was a DOS-based game.
That's like those are like my top three. Like the first three games I ever played: Jazz Jackrabbit, Duke Nukem, and Wolfenstein 3D. All good games for a 7-year-old to kind of kick off their gaming interest.
I remember as a kid playing Duke Nukem, and you started off the level and you jump down that little elevator shaft thing, air conditioning shaft, and then you go straight into the strip club, and it was this kind of like little hidden Easter egg. But if you went up to the girls on the pole, they would like flash you, and same thing. I was only young as well, and I remember thinking it was the best thing ever because I could like run up to them and then press spacebar, and then they'd like, and it was just like 2D animation, so it would go from like they would be this way and then this way, and that was it. And they were probably comprised of about 8 pixels for the entire person, so there was no detail. But to my 8-year-old self, that did not matter.
Like your sexual awakening was Duke Nukem.
That was it. That's it. God, I didn't realize that we were going to be getting so deep already. Wow.
It's been what, 2 minutes?
Yeah.
There it is.
My God, that explains a lot.
Explains a lot. And then you try in every other game too. You're like spacebar, spacebar, spacebar.
Exactly. Yeah. That's it. No, that's very true. I wondered why my spacebar was so worn.
Yeah, it's got a lot of fingerprints down. Did you repaint that once or twice? Or
I've replastered it, if you know what I mean.
But yeah, but yeah, I loved Duke Nukem. And then I took a softer approach, I guess. For I think it was for Christmas or my birthday, I got an N64, and I feel like everyone kind of has that first platform that they get, and that's deep rooted. Like, what was your first? Was it N64? Were you SNES?
Well, you're a little bit younger than me, so my first thing was a Sega Mega Drive.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Well, actually, no. My very first, it was handheld, but was the Sega Game Gear.
Okay.
Have you ever played a Game Gear?
I haven't played it, but I've seen it.
So,
what did you play?
Road Rash was one of my favorites. There was a tennis game on there. I had this 4-in-1 game that was like tennis. What else? There was a few others, but yeah, that tennis game was pretty good. I'm sure Road Rash was on there. But I still to this day think that the Game Gear was one of the most advanced or unrecognized most advanced consoles ever, because it was color screen. It had, not stereo sound, but it had two speakers because you held it this way, not like this way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was.
And what year was that?
It was early. You've got the multiple screen set. Once I'm going, I can't touch anything on my computer. So
that's fair.
You can do your googly thing from your side.
I'll do a little date check. But,
it was early, and it was like cartridges that loaded in the back, and I had this big padded case for it with space for games, and I loved that thing. It took about 18 D-cell batteries. It was like 40 pounds. You had to lug it around in like a cart with wheels, but it was great. So I went from that. I don't remember if that was first or not, but I had a Game Gear and a Mega Drive. And so the Mega Drive was things like Streets of Rage, I guess, was one of those.
Pretty good.
What other things did I play on my Mega Drive? Sonic. Oh my God, so much Sonic. I
totally just looked up the Game Gear. Whoops. The Game Gear was 1990, but you said the
Mega Drive.
With the Mega Drive? Let's see. Let's get a date check.
That is
88.
Wow.
That's like the full console?
Yeah, the Mega Drive was the full console,
Yeah. Holy.
That's crazy that the Game Gear was 1990. Yeah, I had it when I was probably, I don't know, 5 or 6. I think I got it in America as well. Maybe it was the first time or one of the first times that my mum took me over to America, because I remember having it. I think the flight out was so miserable for her because I was so bored that she was just like, I've got to get him something.
Just get it. Just take it.
Exactly, yeah. So I think that's how I ended up with it. But
it's so funny because I had the complete opposite experience where my first handhold was a Game Boy Color. And I had that on
Pokemon.
Absolutely. Although I'm trying to think of what was first. I think it was Pokemon Yellow.
And then Blue,
was the first
right?
one. Yep. Yellow, blue, and red. But yeah, going out we did one of our first, I guess, bigger family trips out to Florida. So we went for Disney, obviously. And on the way there, I remember having my Game Boy and trying to catch the light, and have the light on and try and catch as much light as I can and get as much gameplay in as I could.
Because you could get those little lights that like hung over the side. Oh, she has one.
Hold on. Oh, it's somewhere buried in here. Maybe I could dig it up, but I would catch it with the little curly light. But sadly, on my way back, I didn't realize until just heading to the airport, I left it in the hotel drawer because I was like, well, we're going out to the parks, I'm going to keep it safe, I'm going to put it in the drawer, and I completely forgot about it. So I had the opposite, where the flight over was awesome. It was great.
No.
But then going back, I forgot my Game Boy, and it was like the awful cherry on a Sunday of what would have been an amazing trip. What was an amazing trip
that sucks.
Up to that point,
That really sucks. Yeah. Yeah, there you go, the complete opposite. So then you went to Nintendo 64. That was your first main console. Because I went PlayStation. I did Mega Drive, PlayStation 1, then N64.
Okay. Huh. That's an interesting transition. Okay.
Yeah.
What were you rocking on N64?
Banjo-Kazooie. What were those? There was one, something and something.
Not Ratchet and Clank.
Yes, yeah, that's it.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Ratchet and Clank, yeah. Spyro. Wait, no, was Spyro PlayStation?
think that was PlayStation.
Okay.
Yeah,
God,
you
it's
had
all
that
a
burned in there.
blur. Yeah. Mario Kart.
Of course.
What else did we used to play on the N64? So I got one because I went over to my friend's house and he had one, and I was like, oh, I kind of need one. It's 64-bit, like it's so good. That being said, I definitely do think that the PlayStation I've always preferred the PlayStation or the competitor to Nintendo. I think it's because as a kid I was into like the Mario and that kind of thing. The Mario. I was into Mario. The Mario. I was going to say the Mario games. Yeah. I was into the Mario. And then I don't know. I preferred the diversity of the Sony products just because they had more like fighting games or racing games or whatever. Oh, what was that racing game called? Ridge Racer. Do you remember Ridge Racer?
I remember. I never played it though.
Yeah, Ridge Racer.
I would like I would go over to my cousin's house before I actually got the N64, and I would watch him play GoldenEye, and I'd watch him play Ridge Racer, and I'd watch him play like everything. So I was always like,
well, Ridge Racer actually came out on the PlayStation first.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Ridge Racer was I'm almost certain Ridge Racer was one of the original games that came out on the PlayStation. It was like one of the launch games, because I'm sure I didn't buy it, and I'm sure I got it because I got the launch PlayStation. And then Demolition Derby, or Derby as you guys call it.
Whoa!
Did you ever play that?
I like how you can turn that on and off.
Yeah, it's like a switch.
Very well. Yeah. Can you give me a little Derby?
Derby. Demolition Derby.
Whoa.
I do like these microphones because I feel like when you talk really close, you sound like you're a radio presenter. You know what I mean?
Sunday.
Yeah, like if you're back here, it just sounds kind of amateur.
Yeah, just.
But ladies and gentlemen, when you get up close like this, it sounds phenomenal.
Free Slim Jims for the kids. I also did a quick little reach into that drawer.
There it is.
And there it is. Can we get it? I have the volume way up. I don't know how this is going to pick up, but hold on.
Yep. What game have you got in it?
Look at that. So I have everyone's favorite classic, of course. When you think of classic Game Boy games, what are the top two that come to your
Zelda.
Okay.
And Tetris?
Close. Did you ever think of NSYNC's Get to the Show?
What? NSYNC had a game?
I guess so.
Wait, what do you mean you guess so? You know fine well they had a game because you went out and bought it. Why did you buy NSYNC's game?
Listen, this is a recent purchase.
Oh, wow. That makes it much better.
I as the words came out of my mouth, I didn't know if that made it a better or worse situation. But yeah, no, I think I was just at there's a local game shop here in LA that I love bopping by, and I think I was picking up something else, and I'm like, you know what? Just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna take a look at the Game Boy games, and it was like $3 or $5. I know, breaking the bank. I'm like, how am I gonna say no to this? I wanted to see what the gameplay was.
And how is it? I am intrigued now. Like so it's called Get to the Show.
It's called Get to the Show. Did you look it up? I'd love to know give me the Metacritic on.
No, hold on. I'll do it on my phone.
Oh, wait, yeah. I would look it up on here, but then you'd hear a lot of.
Okay, Get to the Show. I'm just gonna put in Get to the Show and see how popular it is. See if it pops up. Okay, it's not popular. Get to the Show.
Is that surprise?
It's not even in the suggestion. Like when I go to like the suggested, it doesn't even come up in like the suggestions.
Well, I guess we are banking on not only Game Boy games, but also NSYNC and.
You know what is funny? I just put in Game Boy after the search, and it came up with emulator. Now that's a step even further.
Oh, no.
The fact that somebody went as far as to actually create an online illegal bootleg version of that game.
Someone wanted that so bad.
Wait, hold on. You said you bought it for $3, $4?
I think so. I don't remember it being too expensive.
Well, my friend, you may have just found yourself a little investment piece.
Oh, excuse me?
Oh, wait, no, I'm lying. Wait, is it
did I get ripped off?
Is it Game Boy Color game?
Yeah.
So there's one for sale right now on eBay for wait for it because this is better than Bitcoin. $6.60.
Stop.
So you could potentially double your money on that little bad boy. But then also on DK Oldies, which I presume is just a website, it's up for $2. So. Oh
well. So I got like middle of the market, you know.
Yeah, I think it was fair. Okay, let's see.
I'm glad that however many months later, knowing that I had a fair purchase on NSYNC's Game Boy Color game.
Exactly.
Very happy.
So let's see. Description. You're on the road with the #1 band in America, and there's a lot to do before a show. With NSYNC Get to the Game show, it's your job to keep the band happy by helping them get ready for the big night. So you have to like go and get blow and like
exactly.
girls for them? Is that what
Literally.
happens?
The only thing I can remember, because I had to boot it up a couple weeks ago. Like I have to try this. The only thing I remember is having to drive a bus through this like skinny tunnel, and it's just a top-down version of a shitty pixelated bus, and then randomly one of the band members will just yell out like, I need snacks, and then you have to like pull over to a convenience store or something, or get gas or whatever.
That is phenomenal. I kind of want to play it now. I'm going to find that emulator.
Exactly. Maybe you should stream it. There's your.
I need snacks.
Shut up, Kevin. Wait, not Kevin. That's Backstreet. What's the? Shut up, Lance.
Listen, I don't know any of them. Although Backstreet Boys, I Want It That Way is my #1 karaoke song.
Did they get a game too?
I don't know. Maybe.
Now that I think about it, because you know, the two powerhouses.
Yeah, maybe they had a rival game. Let me see. Backstreet.
Well, if this one's called Get to the Show, what's the other one?
N64 game. That's
wow, that would be even better.
Backstreet Boys game. Backstreet Boys Around the World. Oh wait, hold on. What's that on?
Please tell me it's Around the World, because NSYNC is just trying to get to the show.
Yeah. These guys are going global.
Boys are like, I'm going.
It's cool. Hold on, it's on Amazon. I'm finding it.
And it's for the Game Boy Color.
Oh, I don't know what it's for. Hold on.
Oh
no. This is a board game. Yeah. Backstreet Boys, Game Boy.
It's gotta be. I'm gonna feel real sad.
Game Boy Color games.
For
best-selling Backstreet Boys Game Boy T-shirts, mugs. Nope, Backstreet Boys. They were never there, unfortunately.
What?
I know. Oh, a little segue. Have you ever watched those videos where the guys, it's like Ticey Tube, Odd Tinkering, what are the other ones? That basically these guys do like restorations. So they'll get like an old Game Boy that's all yellow and it's got like, you know, a 6-year-old's fingernails stuck in the buttons, and it's pretty gross. And they'll like do like a full restoration on it. They get new screens. They sold a new.
That's cool.
It's a rabbit hole. It's definitely a rabbit hole. Like because they do all kinds of stuff. I've seen them do like bread slicers and fire things and all kinds of weird and wonderful things that they restore. Like, you know.
Is it mostly
fucking printing presses? No.
It's anything.
A lot of the time. There's one guy, I think it's Ticey Tube. He tends to do more like tech stuff, but then another one of the guys, he does more like old tools and that kind of stuff, like hand tool restoration. That's another one. So check them out. Like, and you will spend a lot of time on there though, because it's pretty awesome. Like some of the stuff that they have on there.
They were restoring Game Boys and stuff.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff.
Awesome.
All kinds of stuff. So I'm just going to be super bougie. So I just moved to a new house. I just moved to Orange County, which is why I'm still kind of getting my angles set up at the moment. But in this place, it's the first place I've had that has air conditioning. In
LA?
In LA, yeah. All my other places didn't. And to be fair, it's been fine. Like I always have the windows open. I never, since I've moved here, I've not had the air conditioning on. But because I was doing this and I've got the door shut and the windows shut, there's not much airflow.
Is this about to turn into a Nest ad? Is this?
This podcast is brought to you by Nest.
Hashtag ad.
There you go. Yeah. So I can
seamless.
just drop the temperature. and now it's set to 58 degrees.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's freezing.
Well, it was set to 68, and it's still pretty warm.
Wow, 68 is cold. That's
yeah,
pretty...
but you're a girl. Girls get cold.
But then that's why I wouldn't want it at 68. We gotta have like a 72.
That's what I mean. Like, girls get cold sooner than boys. Like for me, 68. Currently, well, actually, I'll tell you exactly what it is because I have my little. Oh, you can't see it. But I have my little LED clock down here that'll tell me what temperature it is in this room. Stand by. It's telling me the date. So
yes. What's the date?
It's 72 degrees in this room.
Called
so yeah, it's perfect for you, but I'm starting to get a bit sweaty. So we're going down to 58. But
there we go. Oh, huh?
I can't hear if it's. I don't.
Oh, it's Lance.
I think it has.
I need snacks.
Yeah.
Is that what you're hearing?
I need more AC.
Shut up, Lance.
All right, so N64. Then what happened after that? What was your progression?
Well, shortly after that, I mean, I had a PS2, PS3. I can't remember. Between then, I remember the Emperor's New Groove game. I remember SSX games.
Oh my god! Wow! You started out cool, and then
that game was the shit.
Yeah.
But then I moved on to PC, did the whole Sims thing, and then got more into PC gaming. But I guess as I got older, I wanted to get more into. I always loved gaming. I've loved tech. Always loved cars. But I throughout high school, I was taking more computer classes, and then I was gaming more. So I figured, oh, well, this is kind of the natural progression. So in college, I was taking computer programming because I wanted to originally develop games. But then I started to go to different conventions, like PAX, and I'm trying to get into E3 and everything else in between, and just trying to connect with people in the space and kind of see like what they're doing and how do I get in the space, and how do I, if I'm making a game, what are people looking for, and just like kind of connect with people.
Cool. So you definitely had more of an interest in computers outside of gaming. Like that was just one of your passions. That's awesome, because I think even for guys, like, and I mean, not that gaming is a specific to any one gender, but like I feel as though the actual sciences, the computer sciences, aren't something that really gets picked up very much. It's always the nerds that are doing that. And I feel like nowadays, maybe it's changing now. Like back when I was a kid, really, like I was an outlier because I loved computers, but then I also played on all of the first team sports teams. So I was like this jock that also liked computers, whereas everybody else that I was friends with that were into computers were like the nerdy kids. But so I guess it is changing now. But that's awesome that you were specifically interested in the development side. And what do you think spurred you on? Was it just the fact that you loved playing games and you were like, hey, I want to be able to design these now?
I think it was even from the beginning, from the very beginning, just kind of like dicking around on my grandpa's computer, trying to figure out what the commands do and what this does. And, I could change the color and command prompt and just anything. I just wanted to figure it out. So it kind of pushed me to take more tech classes even throughout high school. And then I was working I worked at Geek Squad for a while, and I've also worked at Staples, and just working like I was doing computer repair on the side to help pay rent. And, it was just kind of always there. It was always part of something that I was interested in. But yeah, it's really interesting how I feel like at the time, it was kind of an underground thing, being like, yeah, the nerds are gonna rule. We're gonna rise up, and like truly, the nerds have risen.
They have. They absolutely have. Yeah.
With Twitch and esports and people getting into professional gaming and just everything else in between.
Yeah,
we have risen.
It's crazy because I remember. So I got into competitive gaming. My first clan. Well, actually, my first clan was a TFC clan, Team Fortress Classic. So for you guys that aren't familiar with gaming, a clan is like a team. It's a sports team, an esports team. So I was in a clan with, they were called the Boogs, BOOGS.
It's so funny is that we both had, like, I never went into competitive gaming fully, but my first clan in the first sort of competitive gaming, any sense at all that I had was TF2. which is funny.
Interesting.
I don't know if you knew that or not.
I
don't know
didn't.
if we had a conversation about that.
I know
we were called SVR, Stickies versus Rockets.
Oh, okay. What's a sticky bomb?
Like a demo man. Sticky,
oh, of course, yeah. So they have the pipe bombs and they have the sticky bombs, don't they? That's right. Yeah, it's been a while. It has been a while.
Been a little bit.
I used to play. I started off playing sniper in TFC. I played Team Fortress 2, but just for fun. And actually, I thought it was a really good reboot of the game. I felt like they did a great job of taking what was like a cult classic and respinning it in a way that it was still respectful to the old game, but also put like a brand new spin on it. That being said, Counter-Strike or CSGO or whatever the hell it's called now, what the F is going on with that? Where there's like colors and things that chase you around, and like I saw it the other day on
not
Twitch.
Too bad.
You're talking to someone that was playing very heavily, like as in I was probably putting in over 12 hours a day back when I was 14 to 16. No word of a lie. I used to play every spare second that I had. I played from CS 1.2 all the way up to 1.6. I played a little bit in 1.6, and then when it went to Steam, that was when I was just like, it's just not, it doesn't feel the same now. I just started playing for fun.
I had the same thing with TF2. It's funny because I never played Team Fortress Classic. And then also with Counter-Strike, we would, in computer classes in high school, when we were learning about networking, we would create LANs, and then we would just honestly fuck off and just play Counter-Strike for the rest of the day.
That's what LANs were invented for.
It was incredible. So that's the only bit of original Counter-Strike that I ever played. I actually started mostly with Go, and I know a lot of people, that's the face that I was expecting.
I see.
But
you're one of them. You're one of them. One of those gamers.
One of those. I also I had a similar experience with TF2 where I loved it on the orange box, where it was simple. There was 5 maps. It was that was it. Like you had 2 different weapons, blah blah blah. But then once it moved to Steam, and once it moved to that side of a platform and having more custom servers and everything, the sniper got a jar of piss, and then there was
you
hats.
said that we had this conversation. What
happened?
What does the sniper piss do?
It's called what is it, Jarate, and it's I think it blinds people and it slows them or does something dumb. But I'm like, what? And then microtransactions and hats, and I'm like, you know what? I'm out of here.
Yeah,
I just couldn't do it.
Maybe I'm just a purist, but Counter-Strike to me I loved it because it had so much the camaraderie, like that comes from any clan, I guess, because you're spending so much time together. But I loved the tactics involved in Counter-Strike, and they were real tactics as well. It was like rush B, rush A, like split A, split B. The idea of Counter-Strike.
You still get that now. But now you just have 12-year-olds yelling, who knows what.
Yeah, and this was in the day before we had like voice comms as well. There was no voice comms back then. It was all typed, and you basically like came up with your plans before in IRC. So we were on QuakeNet in IRC. We had our own little page in there. And yeah, that was it. We came up with our plans before the match. We'd get in, we'd pre-run it, we'd practice, we'd talk about what we were going to do, and then we just executed those plans in the game. And actually, it was great because there wasn't. You relied on a lot more of your senses rather than like, oh my god, I'm being shot, and then he's dead, and you're like, oh, okay, cool, that guy's being shot at. If you like split one of the bomb sites, you could see who on your team was dead, right? If you tabbed on Counter-Strike, you can see who's still in the game. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe so.
I think that's right. But yeah, I don't know. It was a very visceral experience. Like you really had to like think on your toes and be fast, and my aim was so good then. Now I'm playing Tarkov.
I was gonna say that's why I feel like you would appreciate Tarkov and why you've been playing it so much, because it takes so much of that sense. And I think that game scared the shit out of me. The first like 10 games.
Yep.
I'm like, my heart's going. I can't see anything. There's no HUD. I'm laying in the grass and I think I hear footsteps. And
that's it. That is Tarkov for probably the first like 6 hours of gameplay.
Yep. Yeah,
I did the same thing.
But you're enjoying it now, though.
Oh, I love it now. Now I go in as a fat boy. I went on Factory the other day for the first time.
Ooh.
Like, yeah, it was because I've been exclusively playing customs because I just wanted to learn the map. Like, I didn't want to mess with any other maps until, because also I'm so, even though I played it 15. This is really sad. 15 years ago was when I was playing Counter-Strike. 15 years ago. God, I'm so
Let that soak in.
old. Oh my God. Yeah. So. Oh, God, I'm depressed now. Anyway, so 15 years ago, I was cool and playing Counter-Strike to a high level. Now I'm 31 and playing Tarkov terribly. But the controls are like, my muscle memory is still there. And so because Tarkov has so many controls, like you have to, again, for you guys that don't know what Tarkov is, it's a game called Escape from Tarkov, super realistic to the extent where like, you can accidentally pack a magazine with the wrong type of ammo for the gun that you're firing. If you pick up a gun from the ground, you don't know how much ammo is in it until you actually physically check the magazine and look, or you pull back the slide and check the chamber. Like
There's a lot.
Yeah, it's crazy. You have to make your character eat and drink. I'm surprised you don't have to make him piss, or take a dump in the corner.
You should. TF2 has piss.
Right. I feel as though if there was a thing where you guys started like hotching around, like your aim went off and he was like couldn't focus on things,
sweating a little.
Oh God, yeah. Oh, it's coming. I'm turtling. There's a turtle head. Like I feel it's
you can use it as a weapon.
Right, exactly. Yeah, melee weapon.
And then it's like, have you ever played Ark?
Is that
Ark
the
Survival
new?
Evolved? It's like the dinosaur game.
No, I've never played it, but I've seen it.
It's like in Ark, you're basically you're running around a prehistoric island, and there's just dinosaurs everywhere, and you can like build a shelter, blah blah blah. But on command, you can poop. There's a poop button.
And what purpose does the poop button serve?
Well, to poop.
Sorry, wrong question. What purpose does pooping serve?
Well, same purpose in as we do. No, I think you can throw it at people. I don't know if you can like craft with it, but
craft. Just do some paintings.
Maybe little artistic expression.
Yeah, it's how you find a girlfriend.
That's how you paint you're painting the dinosaurs, and you show off your paintings. Little Bob Ross.
God, I'll never look at a cave painting in the same way again.
No. But, maybe we should bring that mechanic to more games.
Yeah, exactly.
If Tarkov had a shit on command button.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a good idea because it's so real in every other way. But yeah, that'd be funny if like you had to like sneak off. You're in the middle of a raid in dorms, like there's gunfire everywhere, and you guys just like,
guys, I'm so sorry.
I gotta go. Just 1 second. Just goes and crimps one off in the corner. There are toilets, so you could be at least a little bit civilized about it if you wanted to be.
And then someone's like knock knock knock. Like I gotta hurry up.
Dude, Scav. He's like, some large and Fluggenbird. It's like, oh God, he needs to poop too.
Like,
But yeah, that is probably not because you should be able to poop, but that's probably why I like Tarkov so much, because it is so real and like the tactics, and I'm excited to see how that game kind of progresses. But you've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing.
Yep.
Educate me. What is that game? I see memes. I see they had a huge booth at some nerd convention. Like, what is that?
I don't even know where to start. It's debt, it's life lessons, it's friendship, it's fruit, it's bullying, it's everything. Everything just encapsulated into a cute little package. I don't know. I played the shit out of Animal Crossing New Leaf, so I think that's kind of where my love comes for it. But
wait, what's the difference then? What's New Leaf?
So New Leaf was the previous game, but now I think the biggest difference is in gameplay. You can visit people and you can have friends at your island. I don't think you could do that. You could have friends, which is wild, a crazy thought. But I don't think you could do that in the previous one. But yeah, you have your island, you have a certain type of fruit, and you have specific villagers that come and join you. But there's like a list of 400 different villagers you can get. So there's favorites. You have to buy your house, you're in debt perpetually, and
what's the aim of the game? I'm
not selling this, I guess.
Right, yeah, you like, so basically it's like life but worse and on the computer.
Yeah,
right, yeah, and it looks cool because everyone's like,
yeah.
What's the aim of the game? How do you win? How do you complete the game? Are there bosses?
So I feel you seemed very like. So what's the game? Is there bosses or is there? What do you?
Yeah, like
do?
how do you check your ammo? Like where do you poop? Like how does that work?
There's a lot of things we have to work through. A lot of people ask me, and I feel like I get similar questions with Minecraft too. And it's almost like you can follow sort of a blueprint that they have. You buy your house, you get your fruit, you make money. You have a specific like goals you can follow, like plant X amount of trees or sell this amount of stuff, and you have stuff that you can follow and kind of complete in your book. But you kind of just do whatever you want. You buy cute outfits, you gift to your friends. It's like life.
So can you get like who's the richest person on Animal Crossing?
Oh, I mean, me at heart,
Right,
but
of
like
course. Yeah.
monetarily, Tom Nook. I mean, he's kind of the main guy you're paying off, but there should be like a leaderboard.
No, but I mean
No?
like characters. Like Tom Nook he's a character. Sorry, not characters. I mean players. Like Tom Nook is a character in the game, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I've seen enough memes to kind of understand.
You've got that basis, yeah.
So wow, your arm looks so purple.
It's very pink.
Hold on, you got to talk. No,
It's very, very pink.
There
yeah.
you go. Pull the camera back to you. Yeah. So we're using Zoom to do this, and so whoever talks gets the camera.
It's my camera. I was waiting for you to say anything. But now it's my show. Hey guys, welcome to the podcast. Today.
Okay, now it's back to me. Hi guys.
No. But yeah, my light is a little. I've been getting an LCD tan, but only right here. My arms are below the monitors.
Right. You should see my setup. I have a work light that's perilously. Here, I'm going to take a picture of it and then I'll show the screen because I'm very analog.
Look at Dad's taking a photo of the monitor. Look at
You got any whiteout? Hold on.
Oh wow, yep, there's the whiteout.
Wait.
It's all
Hold on.
We got it.
Here it comes.
Technical. Oh, okay.
So yeah, that is my setup. So that is just blasting into my corner, and that's what's lighting me right now. So that's what's. Oh god, no, it's not focusing.
Whoa. Wow. Yeah, it's like I said, very ethereal. Wow.
Whoa. Now it's really bright. Hold on.
He's ascending. There we go. Oh no. Okay, now he's back.
If I do this, does it?
You almost transcended. Whoa.
Is that? Oh god.
Better.
Oh, no.
Actually, that's better.
Is it?
No.
No. Oh god, what have I done?
Wait, no. It's okay. Are you using video for this? Like, are you recording the video too? I hope.
Yeah, I
am. Because I can join you. Listen, I don't want you to be in this alone.
Oh yeah, can you go full blown ethereal mode?
Yeah, let's make this really, yep, and then this a little brighter. This actually can adjust, so I'm gonna blast this.
There it is.
There it is.
Perfect. Now you just some eyes. Wait, if I put more black on the screen, mine should go like brighter. No? Okay. No, never mind. Okay.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna hold on. Let's give this an adjust. There. At least I'm still a little bit brighter, but
I need to send you over some clothing, don't I?
Yeah, I'm lacking.
Yeah, I think you one of these with this is neon yellow. Actually, it just doesn't for some reason. There you go. You can see it's neon yellow now. And
yeah, I feel like we could have got that beforehand, and then we could have mashed. Look at that! Damn! Look at that!
Huh? Got the embroidery in the hood.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is my favorite. Honestly, it's like 100 degrees outside, but I wanted to wear the hoodie so bad. That's why I've got to have my AC blasting.
I was gonna say you want to wear the hoodie so bad that you have your home currently set to 58 degrees.
Exactly. Yeah. Cool. So Animal Crossing then, just a game about life with cute little characters, and you're in debt to a man called Tom Nook.
It's just cute debt. If you want to really just get to the punch, it's just cute debt.
And how many hours are you playing for?
Oh my god. I have to have. I mean, we can check on the Switch, but I think I have definitely over 200 hours so far. Easily. Wow. Maybe inching towards 3.
Oh my God. And so how often do you stream then? Because I'm very, very new to everything. Obviously, with all this coronavirus thing going on, I was obviously spending more time at home, so that's why I started playing Tarkov. Then I just put up a message and I was like, hey guys, I'm playing Tarkov, so if anyone plays, let me know. And then the guys that I started to play with that were just people on Instagram that followed me, they were like, you should start streaming. I'm like, why? I can't even play. I was hiding in the grass. I was that guy. And they were like, no, just do it. It'll be fun. So I was like, all right. So I think I text you and I was like, okay, what do I need? And you were like, download this, download that, buy this, buy that. So I have all of the stuff that you recommended. Yeah.
Love that. And it's a much better setup than mine is.
I'm gonna say that my tech is better than yours, but I'm very jealous of your lighting. I do want to do something about my lighting. I've got these, which are actually annoyingly strobing. Where's my?
Yeah, I was gonna say, get one of those little. Do you have like one of those light strips under there, like the color?
I do. But it's just a white one. It's not a color one because when I got it, I wasn't in it for gaming. When I got it, I was just in it for like, making it nice. So look, I can go
so the lights
nuclear.
are gaming. Like, this is gaming.
Yeah.
This is gaming mode. Okay.
That looks very gamey to me. But then I can I can do this.
Maybe it's just this. Maybe it's just the command center of a awful posture back chair.
Maybe. Why are all gaming chairs really shit driving chairs?
What? What do you mean shit?
Wait, what is that?
This is top quality.
Oh, I thought that was like a controller or something.
Oh, I wish. No, it's literally falling apart. This whole thing is literally. I'm missing pieces. My back is awful.
I thought I'm
going to a chiropractor.
I thought you were gonna shut me down and be like, dude, this has got massage functions, and right now this thing's tickling my butt. Like, but no, it's
beep boop beep. 58 degrees.
That's what I need. This chair, actually, wait, which way? This chair it's one that when I moved here, I moved into a Craigslist house, and the guy whose room I took over was moving back.
Typically, cautioned against, but...
Hey, I was new to the country and I was new to Craigslist. I thought Craig was a trustworthy guy, but... Yeah, I've learned otherwise. I've learned otherwise. But
you got a sick chair out of it.
I did get a sick chair. Yeah, I also got a mattress. So this guy,
of Craigslist.
So this guy, kind of by proxy. So the guy I was taking over.
Worse.
Yeah, that didn't sound good. The guy whose room I was taking over, whose lease I was taking over, because he was having to move back to France. He in the room he had a bed frame, he had a mattress, and he had a desk, and he had a chair. And he was like, "Oh, if you want it, you can have it all for like $200 or $150." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, cool, whatever. Like, I'll see." I knew that I was going to get my own bed eventually. Honestly, I promise. But when I got there, it actually turned out that the mattress that he had was an IKEA mattress topper, and I'm like, what was this guy like some kind of a guard dog or something that was just used to sleeping on concrete floors? Like, yeah. So anyway, I didn't.
Still sleeping on a mattress topper?
He was just sleeping on a mattress topper.
Are you still?
No. I actually have two full beds.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, one of them does have a mattress topper on it. Actually, both of them do. One is a memory foam one. That's my usual bed, and then this one. So this is my office / guest room. Mm-hmm. Here, I don't know. Is this it? Is this how you there? So you can see this bed behind me. So this also has a mattress topper on it.
Damn.
But anyway,
you're balling out. Sadly, I mean, we're getting really real today. I'm still currently sleeping on a mattress topper.
Just a mattress topper?
It's awful. Yes, it's awful.
Why?
It's this right here. I honestly don't know. I have no good excuse. My back is awful. I switch it. Sometimes I just sleep on the couch because I just can't. I need to just get a mattress.
What is that company called? The mattress company?
There's Casper, Lull.
Is it Lull that's like going huge on Instagram right now? Like they always sell them to like 22-year-old yoga instructors who get them and somehow manage to lift them themselves into their house and then unpack them, and then they expand, and then they like frolic and jump on them. You know what I mean?
Oh, you mean what I'm gonna do after Lull sends me one?
Hey, Lol, I need a mattress.
Shut up, Lance. You have snacks.
Lance needs a lull.
Lance needs a law. Oh my god.
Seriously, hit him up. I mean, the bed is lit. I didn't realize that was what was. I thought that was a rug behind you.
That's a bit. It feels like a rug. It sleeps like a rug.
All right, lol. If you are watching / listening to this, then please, I want you to go over, follow at OMGITSFIREFOXX with 2 X's on Instagram. Give her a new bed. Everybody watching this and listening to it, please send this to lol and say that she desperately needs one. She is a gamer in need.
Or just send me a mattress. Anyone listening to this, sell me a gently used or not used mattress.
Gently.
Preferably not used, but gently is acceptable given my current status.
Wow, that's a phrase that I never considered, but it's actually, a gently used mattress. So is there a time limit on that? Can it have been gently used for 3 years?
I don't.
At what point does a gently used mattress over time equal
become like a medium use,
like a hard mattress with hard use for 6 months or so?
Yeah, what's the usage to time ratio of quality versus put it on Craigslist? That's the tipping point, I guess.
Oh, that doesn't bear thinking about. Okay, well, anyway.
OMG, it's Firefox, PO Box 990, Los Angeles, California, 90078. Gently used mattresses. I'm sure that they would love to.
Oh God, you've opened the floodgates. Is that actually your PO box?
That is actually my PO box.
Nice. I also just got a PO box as well. I don't want mattresses, but PO Box 414, Corona Del Mar, California, 92625.
Only brand new mattresses.
Yes, only brand new mattresses, please. Yeah,
no gently used.
Send all your gently used ones to her. She'll take them.
Thanks.
Oh my God, that's horrific. Absolutely horrific. So where were we? What were we?
I don't even know. After N64, I feel like I blacked out talking about NSYNC and I don't know what else in between.
Well, how has the whole coronavirus thing affected your livelihood? Because obviously you make a living. Like let's talk about the business out of this. I mean, most gamers make a lot of money out of streaming. Looking at your mattress, I'm starting to worry about you now.
Listen. That's why we want to put a little asterisk and put most gamers. Right. No, I honestly, I feel like I'm generally a hermit anyways. And besides not traveling to conventions, which is a huge part of what I do, this year I am an ambassador for PAX Penny Arcade Expo. So hoping that things will turn around and we can start going back to conventions at some point safely. But I feel like other than that, I'm pretty much doing the same thing. I've been actually streaming a lot more because I feel like a combination of, again, being indoors, not having too much to do, wanting to kind of reconnect, Animal Crossing being out, giving me a lot to stream. And between you and a lot of other people hitting me up, a lot of new people are coming to the space. And a lot of people are asking me, like, what do I do for Twitch? And what do I do for this? And how do I set this up? And what do I need? So I feel like almost through me trying to help friends get set up and trying to get people started on the platform, it's almost kind of reinvigorated I do miss this part of it, and I miss streaming more often, and I miss this. I have a very inconsistent schedule, but I feel like with the current situation, it's kind of, like I said, reinvigorated me, and that love for streaming. So yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that I've kind of learned from my very limited experience with it is that the big guys, the big names in streaming, they are streaming all the time.
A lot of people, I guess, don't realize. I guess when you're at the top and you're at that level, that's what you eat, live, and breathe. And
I mean that it's not even your 9 to 5. It's more than that.
Yeah, when I was kind of in the thick of it, when I was streaming, anywhere from 5 to 6 times a week, sometimes 7, I would stream all day. Afterwards, I would take that and edit it down, and then I would also record another video afterwards. So I was doing 2 videos a day while streaming full time, more than full time, and it's just a grind. Like a lot of people don't realize the hours that people put into it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's the thing, isn't it? There's this common misconception that, oh God, these kids are making money playing computer games. Like, why does somebody want to watch them playing computer games? And it's like, no, you have to be talented. You have to be a personality. You have to be really switched on to be able to get people to want to watch you playing computer games.
Yeah, and I feel like everyone kind of has their thing. You know, some people are just pros, like they're professional players, and people want to pick up on strats or pick up on advice or pick up on, you know, gameplay and blah blah blah. I have no skills in games whatsoever, so it's trying to rely a little more on personality. But yeah, it's having to be on constantly, and I feel like that's what a lot of people don't realize can wear down at you, you know?
Oh, for sure. I mean, with the whole YouTube thing, obviously we've spoken about doing videos, and you now exclusively post all of your video content to Instagram TV, whereas I'm still on YouTube. But people are saying, oh, you should put out more videos than once a week. And obviously the channel that I do with Michael, the Producer Michael channel, people over there are saying, oh, you guys need to put out more than one video a week. And it's like, look,
you're like,
already we want to keep the quality of content high, both on that channel and on mine. And so I feel as though, could I do more than one a week? Probably, but it would get to the point where it would be making content for content's sake. And I think that at that point, you're missing the point of why you started to do something.
Yep.
And so that, unfortunately, though, that is what people are getting used to. People are getting used to seeing people that are just cranking out content. And sometimes quantity over quality is king. And I'm not really a big fan of that.
100%. I mean, and again, a lot of the people that you see putting in those hours, sometimes it's nice to kind of see the more real side of it. And a lot of people will share like, hey, I'm getting burnt out. Like I need to take a step back. And I feel like not to get very like, I don't know, woke, whatever, but I feel like in the last couple of years, I've definitely been a lot easier on myself, and through a lot of like meditation and a lot of yoga, and I've just being a lot easier on myself. I've learned to, maybe it's not the best practice to have a very inconsistent schedule, but
Right.
I'm a lot happier. I'm so much happier. I'm happier with the videos that I do, and I'm happier with the content I post. I'm happier when I stream, instead of just jumping on being like, well, it's 2 p.m. Guess I got to stream now. It's nice to be able to be like, you know what? I really want to play Animal Crossing today, and I really just want to connect with people and hang out and have that want, you know?
Oh, absolutely. And the thing is that will then shine through. And I've talked about it before with regards to authenticity, and people are like, oh, I really want to start a YouTube channel. What do you think I should start a YouTube channel about? And I'm just like,
that's you.
Yeah, I'm just like, whatever it is that you're passionate about. In the same way that when people say, I really want to change in career, what do you think I should do? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, what are you passionate about? If you do what you're passionate about, then you will always succeed, A, and B, if it's something that is broadcastable, so if it's something that other people will enjoy watching, then you will get the following. Like I think people are always looking at the end goal. They're always looking at the million followers, right? And they're always looking at how they can get that huge audience and be the celebrity or be the top of whatever. But actually, it's like, no, just do you. Just be authentically you. And if that's the case, then you know that people will follow. Like, you might be the biggest influencer in crocheting pictures of... Can you crochet pictures? What are those things where you do like tapestries?
Sure.
You know what I mean?
In this world.
Yeah, exactly. When
That's a very competitive space, by the way.
100%, yeah. But like, you could be the most influential person in that industry if it's something that you're into. I mean, holy shit! I was just talking to you about repairing Game Boys, like
very specific, but
yeah. But I watch it now. If you came to me and said, "Hey, do you think you'd be interested in watching videos of a guy repairing a Game Boy?" I'd be like, no. But actually, the way that the videos are shot and the way that it's all done is really engaging. And that's what it comes down to, is it's like, if you are genuinely talented or passionate about what you're doing, that will shine through in whatever way, whether that be you succeeding at a job or whether that be you trying to build a following.
1,000%. I feel like, again, people look at they look at the top. They look at like the top 2%, and they see what their numbers. They hear about like how much they're making, and they set that as a goal. When really I think about why I started this, and at the time when I started streaming, I was still in college. I was taking computer classes, like programming classes. So I was taking my classes in the morning, and then I was working full time, and then I would come home 8 p.m. and it was my escape. It was my way to I just want to play games. I just want to hang out with people, and I just want to shoot the shit and like connect.
For sure.
And that's why, I started streaming in mid 2013, and that's why people have been subscribed for 6 years. And
Wow.
they've been around for, 5-6 years. And that's absolutely crazy to think about as someone who I feel like I haven't had a lot of consistency in my life, but it's nice to have, I guess, that consistency and that foundation, that no matter what I'm doing, where through streaming and through everything else, I feel like I've opened up a lot of other doors for hosting and content creation, everything else in between, and traveling. But it's always nice to know I have that internet family. I have that community, and I have that space where I can go and just connect.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And that is a testament to the authenticity and the fact that because you are being authentically you, people resonate with that. And so it doesn't matter if you're streaming Animal Crossing or if you're ripping donuts in the GTR, people are going to want to just be a part of it. People buy into the brand of you. And I definitely think that is something that you've done very well. Obviously, we met at the Michelin pilot experience. So Sonja and we met at an event that we were both invited to by Michelin Tires, and they take automotive influencers and give them a hell of a weekend. And
was that tire with an I or a Y?
Don't ask me that and then just casually look off as you take a sip. That is tire with a Y, which I believe is how you spell it too as a Canadian.
I hate to disappoint.
Oh, really?
I got you on color. And I got you on neighbor with a U, but I can't back you up with the Y on tire.
Really?
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I got you on Celsius. Got you, but...
It's okay. That's fine. I mean, all that does is compound the fact that what is the truth about Canadians and that you are just Americans with a funny accent.
We're a little, yeah. Just Americans with a little spice. Right. A little friendly spice.
Sorry.
My cream cheese bagel. Anyway, what?
Yes, so we met at that tire event, the Michelin tire with a Y. Tire event. And it was at what was the place called? Circuit of the Americas? No, that's in Austin.
Which one? Was it Road Atlanta?
Yes, Road Atlanta. All right, don't show off just because I've invited you back to another one since.
Listen.
I've only been to one. Wow. Michelin, you give me tires for my car. Let me go to some of those events and drive some cars again. Let me make some content for you.
One day.
Yeah. Well, yeah, not at the moment. But yeah, so we met there and we had a great time. We went to Petit Le Mans, which is an endurance race. We got to drive some cars on like a skid pad and round a track and did some performance testing. And then what I thought was incredible was when they let us loose on the track literally the night before they ran the main race. So if any of us went off and like spilled crap all over the track, it was going to put them in pretty bad position. But yeah, we got to rip around in Corvettes. We got to rip around in the Porsche Cayman, which is a wicked car.
Yeah, and then we had the pro drivers take us out.
Oh my god,
crazy.
Insane.
I felt like when I was going around, I'm like, yeah, really pushing it, yeah, and then getting absolutely thrashed by the pro drivers going around the track. I'm like, man, I was really holding back, huh?
Oh my god. I mean, I've been in a lot of fast cars, both as a passenger and as a driver, and I thought that I had driven things fast and, really taken things to the ragged edge, sometimes too far over the ragged edge. R.I.P. Mercedes. But getting in that car with a professional racing car driver and the fact that it was a fully set up race car. I mean, that car was ready to go for the race the following day. I have never been so thrilled, excited, but also terrified in a car, and I'm not a nervous passenger. I I'm just like, hey, Jesus or this driver, take the wheel. Like,
Yep.
it really doesn't matter to me. But, oh my God, he was going in some of those corners, and I was like,
Yep.
butthole was like going like this, 5p, 50p.
Took a bite out of the seat.
Ooh,
I feel, and I'm not a very large person, so I feel like a lot of the seats, most people can kind of fit comfortably and be snug. Even with like being restrained in there, I was getting like thrown around.
Yeah. Oh,
there
for sure.
There was no, like, I was getting whipped.
No, those race cars are not made for tiny people like you, that's for sure. Because if you guys didn't realize, that seat that Sonja's sitting in is actually a car seat for a child.
It's actually for a 4-year-old, they recommend, but I'm growing into it. I'm actually, embarrassingly enough, you can't see it, but if I sit up straight, and this is as low as it goes. Okay, I sit up straight, my back isn't even touching. My knees are at the complete edge of the seat. I can't reach the ground. So
really?
I have a little
oh my God.
It was hurting my back. I had so much pride for so long that I was like, no, I'll sit with my knees up. I'll do this thing. I'm not getting a footstool. I hung on to my pride, and then my back started hurting so bad. I'm like, all right.
That is absolutely brilliant. I can't believe you have a
footstool.
Footstool. Amazing. Hey, tiny person problems, right? What are you? 4'11"?
Close.
4'10"?
Like 5'3".
5'3". Okay.
And a half, maybe.
The half's important.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Don't ask me how I know, but it is.
But you're 6 something.
That's it.
On the dot?
I'm a short 6 foot is what I am.
5'11" and a half.
That half is important.
Half is very important.
I'm just 6 foot, and I'm glad, but yeah, I'm just 6 foot. It's a shame because my granddad is 6'2", my uncle is 6'2", like all of my mum's side of the family are tall, and then my dad's side of the family is a little short ass, and so luckily I didn't fit right in the middle. I'm sort of the tall end, because yeah, that would have sucked. Nothing against small dudes, but I'm just not sure that being 220 pounds and 5'8" is
looking up at your dad. You're like, thanks, Dad.
Right.
I feel like I got a little shafted in this. So my mom's like 5 foot, but she had 3 brothers, and all of them are over 6 foot. Her brothers were like insanely tall.
That is some unfair gene dispersal.
Right? My dad was like an average height. And then my grandma on my dad's side is like 4'9", like a 4'11".
Oh God, you got like the Hobbit petite genes.
Yeah. So from both sides, the females on both sides are just miniature.
Do you have brothers or sisters?
No, only child.
Oh hell yeah! High five for being an only child. Yeah. No, I love it. Yeah. I told my mum that if she had another kid, then I would move in with my grandparents.
Like, I'm out.
Yeah. Oh God, I love being an only child. I loved it, and I was just raised by my mum as well, and so we had such a tight bond that I was like, why would I want anyone else to get in on this? Like,
I'm sharing this.
I'm not sharing my game gear. Like, this is mine. Why would I want anyone to play with this?
Mom said it's my turn on the game gear.
Oh God.
Pounding fists.
No, I would have gone to prison young for murder.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I think growing up, I always wished that I had like an older sister, an older brother, or even the opposite, like a younger sister, someone to look out for, or someone to look out for me. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it made me like a really independent person, because I just sort of depended on my own shit and sort of figured it out. And
yeah,
I don't know. Definitely growing up was super spoiled up until a certain point, but yeah, birthdays were lit.
Absolutely. It's funny, they still are for me in terms of like Christmas. So back when I was a kid, my mum got this big like Santa sack, like a huge big like present sack, like Santa has on the back of his sleigh, and I would come down on Christmas morning, and Santa would have absolutely filled it to the brim, like, and that was, I was very, very spoiled as a child. Thanks, Shaz. My mum's called Sharon, and I call her Shaz. One day I'll tell the story why.
Shouts to Shaz.
Yeah. But yeah, so I would come down, and this Santa sack would be full. Now I'm 31 years old.
Had to count.
And yeah, right. And she feels bad because I obviously live over here now. So at Christmas, when I go back, she can't fill that full of presents because I can't take them all back over. And she genuinely feels bad about it. And I'm like, Shaz, I'm 30, 31, 32. Why am I struggling remembering how old I am? I'm 31 years old. Like, I don't need you to fill the Santa. Kind of do, though, but don't need you to fill the...
You're like, I mean, Santa is aware of FedEx, right? Like,
Exactly.
Santa
Yeah.
knows what,
I mean, listen, if he's flying over anyway, can't he just like drop him off over?
Where are we dropping?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. He can just leave it inside the gate. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah. It doesn't need a chimney. Chimneys in California.
Do they exist?
Yeah. So many houses have got fireplaces. Why? Why do you need a fireplace in Southern California?
But no basements.
No. Yeah, no basements. That's true.
Basements.
But that's because of earthquakes. That makes sense, right? But like fireplaces in California?
We
Like,
have fire season.
we do
basically.
have fire. Yeah.
Get your fire whatever out then.
God, just get your fire out.
Don't commit arson, but maybe that's I don't know.
Yeah. I definitely forgot about that because we've got obviously all this coronavirus stuff going on, and now we're going to have to at some point face the fact that California is going to start setting on fire again. Oh, that'd suck.
We're going to have viruses, we're going to have fire season, we're going to don't we have like those killer wasps?
Yeah, those hornets.
Bees?
Oh my God, yeah, I saw those. And
Those are end times.
Do you know what I love? I love the fact that in the midst of all of this, NASA releases videos of UFOs. They openly admit that these are UFOs.
Yes.
And everyone's just like, oh, that's cool. But anyway, keep 6 feet away from me.
No, but wait. I know. Well, I think those videos came out, was it like a year ago or something? But it was a private company that released it. But it's so crazy. But maybe that kind of dampened the appreciation for it. But yeah, it's crazy that they have officially released it and said yes. Like we don't know what this is.
It blows my mind. I mean, I try not to listen to any news or anything like that just because it's just so far, especially over here. I don't know if it was the same in Canada, but in the UK, I feel like the news was a little bit more like sensible. Is that a thing?
Canada, I feel like Canada was like pretty chill, but nowadays I feel like there's just such easier access and such immediate access and it's constantly being fed, so you have to really make a conscious effort to be like, okay, going on Twitter, I got like 10 minutes, I'm gonna skim through some stuff and then like close. Like that's set limits,
Yeah, oh no, absolutely. I just, the sensationalism here just really gets on my tits.
Yep. I feel that. Whatever gets clicks.
Yeah, exactly. I just can't deal with it. So yeah, I don't have TV, and I like browse the news thingy on my phone and just kind of scroll through, and I'm like, don't want to watch any of these. Most of them are just like BuzzFeeds, like, oh, the top 50 things that you should have bought on Amazon but didn't, and I'm like, cool. Yeah, right. I already bought them all. My every single day, my Amazon guy is like, dude, you got to stop buying stuff. Like,
are you? I mean, you're getting essentials, obviously. What's been your essential purchases?
What isn't essential on Amazon?
I can show you lots of things not essential on Amazon.
I'm not so sure. Let me see. Do I have anything? Oh, here you go. Here's something that was essential. So the worst time for me on Amazon is either when I'm having a poo, because then idle hands make for the devil's work or something.
Huh? Okay.
You never heard that phrase? The idle thumbs make for the devil's. I don't know if that's right, but it's something like that.
I like it.
Basically, like when I'm taking a dump, I get on my phone and then that's it. I'm on Amazon deals of the day, and so this is.
Is it a taser?
This is.
Is that a essential?
This is essential, right?
Essential. It's home security.
Shout out to Vipertech.
Is this so? Now we've had a
flashlight as well.
We have a Vipertech ad. We had a what was it? Not Calm. What was it?
Lol.
We had a LOL ad.
Yeah.
You're making bank.
Listen, one of us has got to be.
Wow. I mean, if only I could get this. Stares at mattress.
Hey, listen, I'll share some of the ad dollars with you when they start rolling in.
Thank you. Maybe I can get the tape off my microphone. Don't look.
Yeah, I bought this because I thought that it would look cool because I saw the guys on podcasts like doing it. But then can you see this flex here in
I have this this is the same mic arm pretty much.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah. It's I mean it's okay. It's just not splendid.
At least it doesn't You're in a much better position.
I do feel #blessed right now, that's for sure. But yeah, so anyway, you've not really noticed a difference then in your making a living from streaming, because I was honestly worried now that YouTube is my sole source of income, that as people started to get laid off and everything went as crazy as it did, that companies would stop spending money on advertising, and obviously that's how we make our money. Other than like PAs, which I know that you do, like I don't, no one wants to see me, so I rely on making money from affiliate deals, from advertising on the videos, and from brand deals of companies that want to have their stuff featured in videos. And so I was very worried because I thought, well, wow, if people are not buying, then people aren't going to advertise, and that's going to have an effect. But so far, it seems like it's stayed pretty constant on that side. What about your streaming numbers?
It's funny because I guess speaking of buying and spending, I feel like just from what I've heard, obviously I don't upload on YouTube anymore, but I've heard that CPMs were getting a little hard hit. But again, luckily I'm not fully on YouTube, or I'm not, I feel like I've tried to diversify things and I feel like I'm all over the place with that. But with Twitch, again, having such an inconsistent schedule, I feel like I would definitely be, I guess, just making a lot more and just having that consistency if I did. But it's actually been pretty good. I feel like the times that I do stream, playing into what we were talking about earlier, just having more exciting, genuine content where I want to stream, and I'm not. It's not like a 9 to 5. I'm not forcing myself to, and I'm streaming when I have the energy and I really want to be involved. So I feel like when I do, people are really into it, and people are excited, and people have been really generous and just supporting and gifting subs and hooking up people in the community, and it's been really good. I think between that and obviously with a lot of companies kind of slowing things down a little bit, I haven't been doing as many like brand integrations, but I feel like through that I'm still doing like Patreon stuff. I'm still
selling those feet pics.
Just gotta sell those feet pics. Listen, Wiki Feet never sleeps, so to keep them happy. So I feel like with everything kind of diversified, I'm doing good, but I feel like I just miss going to conventions. I miss hosting. I miss that, and I miss traveling. I miss doing brand activations at cons. I miss meeting people. So I feel like things have kind of leveled off, and I'm doing good, and I'm enjoying what I'm doing. But I just want to go back to some real life, whatever that looks like.
It would be nice to be able to hug someone and not think that they were going to kill you, wouldn't it?
Right. I dropped off a plant at my friend's house yesterday, and I just wanted to see a human face.
Was that a cough?
Sorry.
No, is that a leather mask?
What? That would be very hot. Listen. Hot in what way?
Hot, right? I was just about to say. Okay. I'm learning more about you.
I don't even know what I was talking. What was I on about?
You were dropping off a plant.
Now I'm thinking about leather masks. What?
You were dropping off a plant at your friend's house.
Yeah, I just wanted to see a human face. So I dropped off a plant at my friend's house, and we're staying like 6 feet away. And I'm like, I drop the plant, I back up, and I'm like, I want a hug. I miss like
Yeah.
just human contact.
Oh no, for sure. And I mean,
Yeah.
you're isolating with your boyfriend though, right?
Yeah. We're luckily,
Perfect.
have another human here.
That because I mean that's a thing though. Like I'm a very tactile person, and I was actually talking to my girlfriend about it, and I think that it would be very difficult to be isolating now by yourself. You know, we're 6 weeks in at this point, I think, and that's a long time to go without physical contact. And isn't there a study about what animal did they use? But about the fact that if babies essentially don't get physical contact, then they can die. Like it's an actual thing. Is that you can die from not having that physical contact. And I'm not saying that people are going to die now as adults, but like it's a thing as human beings. Like we need that kind of tactile, that physical touch. And I mean, I know that I especially do. Like whenever I see friends, like I always hug my friends.
Yep.
And I always have done. And yeah, it would be very difficult by yourself. So if you are isolating by yourself, then reach out to me or Sonja, and we'll be friends over the internet.
Yeah.
And we'll give you virtual hugs.
I've been given some virtual. We can give one right now. Here, come here. If you guys need it, come on, bring it in. Bring it in. Come here.
There you go.
Nice little.
And you can have one from me. I'm a bit sweatier though because it's still 72 degrees in here. But
I'm getting sweaty here.
stand by for a hug. Here it comes.
Yeah, let's see it. Oh wait, a kiss? Whoa, hey,
Went in for a cheeky one.
Wow, really went in there.
Don't think that it's going to be any more than that. Okay, that's it. That's all you're getting.
But if you subscribe on OnlyFans,
exactly. If you would like to see my feet pics, then go to patreon.com/OMGITSFIREFOXX.
On mine?
Yeah, we're doing a foot integration.
A little clap. Are we like holding feet?
Oh, that's gross.
Gross. Well, anyway, that's why I feel like doing live streams and being connected to your audience and just checking in is more important than ever right now, you know? And I feel like I've definitely seen that with streaming more often and making it more of a priority to just connect with people. Just checking in and like seeing the appreciation of like, hey, I've been stuck here for 3 weeks and I don't have a lot of like human contact. So being able to join your streams and being able to connect with other people, it really means a lot. It really means a lot to people. And I've kind of like tried to reactivate my Discord. I haven't been as active in my Discord, but I've been popping in and like prompting people to be like, hey, if you want to connect and make friends, you know, something I really like to do at the end of my streams for as long as I can remember is, you know, I'll have people who want to be like an open inbox and people who want to receive messages and talk to people to put like a little heart in the chat or something. And people who are feeling like they're struggling or they just want to send memes or can make a friend and just connect, to reach out and message any of those people because they're there, they're open, they're receiving, and just form connections and being able to connect people. You know?
That's awesome. That's such a great idea. I never even thought about that. Discord is new to me. And again, if you don't know what Discord is, it's like this chat room style thing where you can have voice chat, you can have separate rooms for different discussions, you have moderators in there, administrate, like it's just a little community, right?
It's like 2020's MSN, you know, essentially.
Absolutely.
You can go live on Discord.
You can. Yeah, I did. I did know that.
Found that out.
So again, like talking about how awesome building a community is, when I started streaming, I had a group of guys that set me up with a Discord. I didn't have a clue what it was, but they're like, oh, you should make your own Discord. And they set everything up for me. And now I have one, and it's great because people come in and we just chat about gaming, and that's what the Discord is right now, is it's a gaming one. But what I would like to do is make like a more general channel where you can just go in and talk about cars or whatever. But yeah, so there'll be a link to that below, and also I'm going to link to all of Sonja's stuff as well, so you can check out her stuff. So if you want to go talk to her fans, then you can go make friends over there. Maybe we can get like a little cross-pollination of...
Aww.
I wish I could do this with toes.
These are our toes colliding. I feel like I do get every so often I'll still get people that I don't know why I say still. I will often get people that will comment and say, "Oh, when are you and Adam gonna do a video?" And like, "Oh, I loved seeing you in Adam's video. You guys should, you know." So I feel like there is already a little
100%.
cross-pollination.
Yeah, no,
Which is cool.
people loved all the feedback. Yeah, people loved you in the videos, and yeah, for sure. And it's always fun as well doing this kind of stuff. Obviously we've done car content, but is there like a cross stream? Like, can you stream with someone?
Yeah, you can do squad streaming now. And it's basically like you're both streaming simultaneously, and it kind of shows them together, which is really cool. And people can swap between the two.
Do you want to do like a Tarkov maybe?
I'd be down.
You want to try?
At only if we do an Animal Crossing one too. Oh, wait, you don't have Animal Crossing.
No, sorry.
Ugh. All right, well, if somebody can fund Adam to get Animal Crossing.
Hey, listen, I don't sleep on a mattress topper. I have 2 beds.
All of his money has gone to beds, so he can't afford Animal Crossing right now. So someone help him out.
Yeah, no, I'd be down. I'd be down to do that. I'd be down to get into debt with a cute character.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that'd be fun. That'd be all right. I really enjoy the camaraderie of gaming and of those kinds of online communities, because I feel like when you're putting out videos, it's quite a one way. As much as I really try to, on my Instagram, I always try to reply to people and I try to stay in contact and reply to comments and all the rest of it. It is like a one-way stream of traffic. You know, I post something and then you have to comment on what I've posted. Whereas in the Discord, what I like about it is that we just chat about anything. And a lot of times I'll go in and it'll just be like people talking to each other. And I'll hop in and start having a chat, and then I'll dip out and they'll carry on. And I really like that. I really like the fact that this community is starting to grow that is outside of my direct influence. So sure, they've all come together because they're either there because they've watched me stream or YouTube or whatever, but now they exist as their own entity. And I love that. I've always liked connecting people anyway, just in life in general. Like if I've got 2 friends that I think will be mutually beneficial, I'll always make that introduction. And so yeah, I guess it's kind of like an online and further reaching version of that. So Discord's been something very cool and fun that I've been enjoying doing for sure.
I like that a lot.
And so how did you get into cars then? Where was your first jump into cars?
I feel like from the beginning, I've had an interest for cars early on, maybe like 12, 13. I'd be waiting for the bus outside, and I would try and guess what car is coming up. And I would try and guess like the make and model, and I would get yes every time I get it right. Just like a game to pass the time. And I started playing, like I played Blur, and I played like other games early on, but I got my license as soon as I could. I bought a Cavalier Z24, put some underglow on it when I was as soon as I could.
I've got to Google what a Cavalier Z24 is.
Nothing special. It's literally a Cavalier, but it's 2-door and had a sunroof and had a little Z on the side.
But a Cavalier, hold on, Cavalier what?
Z24.
Z24.
Oh yeah, sorry, Z.
Yeah, see, you got no, you got me on the Z. Oh wow, that's ugly. Okay, what year?
2001, maybe. That popped in my head. It was garbage.
Was
it my garbage?
Was it a little hatchback like that?
Let's see. Yeah, it looked like that, but it was silver, had a little sunroof and blue underglow.
Wow.
But I
you?
just loved.
Is this you with your underglow turned off?
That's literally me, and I'm parked at I don't know where, but I don't know how you got that photo. Yeah, that's literally me.
There you go. There it is. So that's Sonja's first car.
That's my first car.
I
had a little Autobot sticker on the back, and oh no,
course.
sorry, excuse me. That one was a Decepticon sticker.
Oh, don't get those confused.
Yeah. So I just loved from the get-go. I loved the freedom, being able to just drive whenever I wanted to. It just cleared my head. Like I would take my car. I'm like 17, and just get out. And it was nice to have that escape and that freedom. So I feel like I just started to get more interested in the cars, and now that I'm finally at a position where I could afford a nicer car, and I bought my GTR a couple years ago, it was nice to kind of like come full circle of I've always had this passion. I've always loved cars. I like the way they look. I want to go fast. It's nice to have that escape. And now I can kind of just treat myself a little bit and get something that I really loved and really enjoyed. So
no, absolutely. The GTR is like the perfect game, the perfect car.
It is a perfect game.
The perfect car for a gamer as well, because they are so like computer heavy, and they're just I feel like that is if a car was a computer game, it would be the GTR, or if a computer game was a car, it would be the GTR.
It's like a tie between the GTR and the i8, which both ironically are like, I'm not trying to gas it up, but like if you're thinking of a game or a car that could have come from a video game or is encapsulating a video game.
Yeah.
The i8's got that weird futuristic, way too ahead of its time.
Oh yeah, apart from the fact that it's got a 3-cylinder engine. Have you ever heard an i8?
Heard what?
Well, heard that little 3-cylinder thing thumping away in the front.
Heard what? Exactly.
That's it. That's an i8 coming by you.
And then internally you have like it sounds so electronic. It's not. Yeah. But
so let's talk about something. I'm not sure how candid you can be, given that it's someone you've done an integration with.
Well, let's do it.
The Fisker Karma.
Ah, yes.
I saw you go. Let's not talk about
that. I loved taking out I took out the Rivero GT, and I got to check out the SC2 concept at LA Auto Show, which was absolutely insane. For as far as like features and luxury, the SC2 concept was unbelievable.
So this is the Karma SC2.
Yeah. It has like a whole replay feature of like you can record drives, and you can download drives apparently. Okay. And when you come home, it has a projector on the top, and it projects the drive, and it relives it like in the car, and it captures scent. They're trying to capture scent.
Get out of town. Get out of town.
So you can download like a Le Mans race, and you can be in it and have the visuals and feel like you're there. It's unbelievable.
That sounds phenomenal.
I was interviewing him, and I was trying to throw and it looks insane.
So this is the Karma SC2 concept for those of you that are looking at this. Yeah. That is a stunning looking car.
She's a beauty. Very very long front, but definitely a beauty.
I mean, those doors, so again, like look at the length of those. Hold on, let's see if it'll focus. Focus, please.
Waiting, nope. Standing by.
There we go. Now it's focused. So they are some big old doors. So what? It projects the video in sort of 3D around you so they'll put a 3D camera on the top of a Le Mans car, race it round, and then they'll basically show you that video.
I guess so, and I don't know if it does something in the car too, so you can feel.
Really?
You can feel what it felt like to drive on that drive, and you can capture your own drives and relive it.
That's a very that's a very cool concept. Like I really like that idea. I do like that. And to be fair, my experience with that company has been in driving the. Is it the what's it called? The
Rivero GT?
Rivero, yeah.
Yeah.
So like the original Karma, so it was a Fisker. The company was Fisker, and they had the Karma, and then the company went bankrupt, and then it got bought out, and then they changed the name to Karma, and then they bought out the Rivero GT, and it basically has like a solar panel roof, and then it has a 2-liter turbocharged engine in the front, but the 2-liter turbocharged engine is disconnected from the drivetrain. All it does is provides juice so that the electric motors can punt you along, basically. And the roof solar panels don't charge the batteries in the car. All they do is power the like sat nav and the infotainment system. And so I was like so excited about this car, and then when I actually saw some of those things, I was like, that's some really interesting decisions there. if it had the ability to, I don't know why they did a 2-liter turbocharged engine, because it even has like a blow-off valve. So when you gas it up and it generates voltage for the motors, it goes psh. So, but it doesn't. It's just it's a very peculiar car. But that SC2 concept looks phenomenal.
That thing was crazy.
That is definitely, that's a cool thing.
I think when I was taking out the Rivero GT, the thing that stuck out to me is I haven't had the chance to experience the what do they call it, where it kind of pushes on the brake for you, like the electronic
regenerative braking.
Yes. Yeah, they had different. They had like regen 1, 2, and 3, and you can kind of set depending on where you're driving, how you're driving. That was the one thing for me. Like I never had experience with that before, but that was the one thing that I'm like, this is life changing. Being in traffic and not having to switch back and forth to the brake and just kind of easing off and letting it do its thing.
Yeah.
That was insane for me.
Yeah, I mean Tesla have that regen braking, and it's great, like in terms of once you get used to it. But when you first try it, it's super weird. Because you're kind of like, oh god, because you let off and you nearly headbutt the dashboard if you've got it turned all the way up. But I've got friends who've got Teslas, and they literally use their regen coming up to traffic lights. So they'll see a light change ahead of them, and then they'll just let off the gas because they know that by the time they get there, then they'll be good, and they'll come to a stop. So it's a very cool thing, and obviously creating some charge there as well, so that you top up your batteries. So I do like the way that EVs are going. And were you there at race service when they had their EV day?
I don't remember.
They had like the Bronco there, an EV Bronco that had...
I must have missed it.
No, not a Bronco. It's a classic FJ. And this guy has basically made an electric motor and batteries. I don't know if maybe not the batteries. Maybe the batteries have to go somewhere else. But he's basically made an electric motor that bolts into any car that can accept a Chevy crate motor. So any car that will take a crate motor, the engine mounts are the same, and it kind of looks like a bit like an engine as well. And so he's basically developed this kit so that you can have a car that is electric when you don't really have to change any, without having to change much else about it. You just bolt in the electric motor where the old motor would go. He's even got like a transmission adapter so that you can bolt it up to like a standard transmission.
That's wild.
I think the auto box, I don't think it will transfer to like a manual gearbox.
Getting feisty.
Right, I know.
Manual gearbox.
Just grabbing gears and drinking beers. Yeah.
Grabbing gears, drinking beer. Did you just make that up?
I did on the spot.
Wow.
Yep.
That's a t-shirt.
I'm a cunning linguist. I really want to make a t-shirt that says dive bars and fast cars and dive bars. That's been on my little mood board for a while.
I like that. So now you're gonna have to add grabbing gears and what was it? Chugging beers.
Exactly, yeah. Grinding gears and chugging beers.
I can tell your demographic.
Yeah, it's a lot of dudes. Mind you, the same as you, I guess. Apart from my dudes don't want to see my feet.
Don't discount them. Don't discount them that quickly.
Maybe they do. Any of you guys out there interested in seeing my feet? If so, I will make a Patreon and I will sell you pictures.
You're just like, throw yourself in.
That's it. I've learned from the best. She's right here.
Salute.
So what are you getting next then? What car are you having after the GTR? Because you've had that for a little while now.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm really sick of driving it to Ralph's. It's very excessive, and I want to chill the hell out a little bit. I have been having my eye on it daily, but I'm not sure what I want to do.
What do you think?
I'm kind of in the realm of like a very late 80s, like a 300ZX or an old MR2. Or
now you're talking my language. What year MR2? Are you talking like the Mark 1 cheese wedge, or are you talking the Mark 2 like poor man's Ferrari 360?
Yeah. Wow.
No, not 360, 355.
I was like, either way, I feel very, very targeted. I think was it 91 that they stopped doing the pop-up
Yeah, so
Lights.
91 is when they went to the SW20, which is the Mark II. And then they had, I believe, 6 revisions of the Mark II. You need to stay away from the first 3 unless you want to end up backwards in a ditch, because they will kill you.
Noted.
And then from Rev 4 onwards, they basically dialed in the suspension a little bit. I think Rev 5 and 6 are kind of like the holy grail. Rev 6 got a different shaped spoiler. It kind of looks a bit more sporty. But yeah, talk to me about MR2s.
You like
it's
MR2s
my wheelhouse.
a little bit, don't you?
It was my very first sports car. I had I had a Mark IV Golf as my first car, the 1.6 in red. I did the GTI tail lights and a custom exhaust that me and my buddy welded up on his driveway, and that thing was awesome. That was my first car. Then I had my auntie gave me her 1.1 Ford Fiesta. It was like a 1990 something. It was awful, but basically,
and it had underglow, and it had a Decepticon sticker.
Do you know what? Yeah, it had black wheels. Well, no, not wheels. It had black hubcaps because it didn't have alloy wheels. So I painted the hubcaps black, so it was black on black. And it always smelt like those salt and vinegar, like French fry like crisps. You know the ones I mean. Like that.
Yeah, I like how you said chips and then crisps.
Yeah, because I catch myself. Like I'd say American stuff here because I have to, because otherwise people are like, what? But right, but I don't want anyone to think that I use American words naturally.
I'm glad.
I'm still Jenny from the block. All right, I'm still me.
I'm still here.
Exactly.
Good.
But yeah, so that was great. And the reason I had that is because there was about a 4-month gap between I could only insure the MR2 when I turned 20 years old. And so I was 19 when I bought it, and I sold my Golf. So I had my Golf for 2 years, sold it, and then I think maybe it wasn't 4 months, I think it was like 2 or 3 months, where I had to drive something until I got my MR2. So I jumped out of a really nice Golf into a really bad Fiesta, which I'm very grateful for. In case Auntie Bridget is watching this, thank you for that car. I very much appreciate it. And then after that, I switched to the MR2, which was like my first 2-seater sports car. So before I'd even been able to insure it to drive it, I'd done a K&N air filter, I'd done suspension, I'd done what wheels did it? Compomotive MO wheels, and a full Scorpion exhaust system on it. I was ready. I was ready. So are you thinking you want the pop-up or the non-pop-up headlights?
Definitely want the pop-up.
Wait, sorry, I'm talking complete shit. The pop-up headlights were on the Rev 2.
What year was that?
Mark II. Mine was a 95. It was a Rev.
Oh wow!
Rev
so it
4.
carried on for a while.
Yeah, all the way up until the MRS, as it was called here. So yeah, the pop-up headlights stayed all the way through till 98, was it? 99?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I thought it was like early 90s, but damn.
No.
Anything that has the pop-up, honestly.
They're just so cool.
They're so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was looking at that, or even like a 944 turbo, like the older, you know what I mean? Again, I don't know what it is with the pop-up lights.
So you want something old as a daily? Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah, fuck. I mean, I feel like I want to grab something that's like reasonably priced, kind of cool, that I can sort of mess with and do some stuff too.
Manual gearbox?
I think it's time. Maybe it's time.
100% it's time. 100%.
I feel like if I just get a car that's manual, I feel like I'll just, because I'm sure you saw the video that I did with Colette not too long ago, where she taught me how to drive manual
in the world's biggest truck.
Yes, in like Ryan Turk's towing truck.
Yeah, this is like a huge turbo diesel crew cab extended bed dually. Like,
I can barely fit in my toddler seat here, so
both of you are hilarious, because I mean she's a tiny person as well. Like,
right.
Both of you yeah, she is small, isn't she? She's got long legs, but she's small.
I think she might be a little bit taller than me, but I feel like we're like proportionately we're smaller humans.
You definitely, yeah, because I remember that picture that we took at the top of Angeli's crest, and yeah, I was like, wow, I look like a giant there compared to these two little midgets.
Dad's taking us for a road trip.
So yeah, I definitely think that a manual is what you should be going for.
Maybe it's time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like, again, if it's in my driveway and it's there, I feel like I would just.
Sonja, it will take you less than half a day to get comfortable. talking of getting comfortable, got pins and needles. It will take you less than half a day to get used to driving a manual. It's so easy. I don't know why people in America are so scared of manual gearboxes. It's really not difficult. Put it this way. Be. Yeah, exactly. There's no need to be. There's no need to be. Put it this way. In the UK, every single 16 and a half to 17-year-old girl learns to drive in an in a manual. So I always use that, and again, I sound very sexist. I'm not sexist, but I always use that as a way to like shame my friends that can't drive manual cars, that are like, you know, into cars. And I'm just like, by the way, my 16-year-old girlfriend when I was 16 could drive I'm glad you clarified car.
When I was 16.
Right, exactly. Yeah. My 16-year-old girlfriend drives so well. I get the booze, she drives the manual. It's all good.
It's an even trade. It works.
That would be cool though. Yeah. So you definitely, are you thinking still like JDM? You like the JDM life?
I do. I'm not going to lie. If I in my dreams, if I could just have like an R34 here.
Ooh.
That's it. How many more years do I got?
Yeah. How much is it? 20 years or what's 20?
It's like 18 or 20 something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Until you can legally register them in it's just California, right?
Is it
or is it the US?
It might be the US.
Okay.
I don't know entirely, but definitely California with permission stuff.
I have a friend who has one. And he keeps it up in Washington.
Yeah.
So he drives it down, and it's a blue one. It's like proper Fast and Furious one. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the rotor grids and everything. Yeah, that cool car. I remember when I saw my first R34 and I was like
what?
That's the car from the Fast and the Furious.
I love that. I know. That would be the dream. But if I'm gonna be realistic, probably like an old 944 turbo or something, right. or an MR2. But
do you know what? I think if you love the MR2, I think you should get like a 96 or a 97 MR2 turbo. Mine wasn't the turbo, mine was the NA. You should get the MR2 turbo in a manual, which I'm sure they all were. Get the T-bar if you can, because then you can pop the roof panels off.
Yes. That's what I want.
And you should just spend some time like doing some fun little mods to it. I would love that. They're very simple cars. Like obviously engines in the back, exhaust is about this long. So they're awesome, and they will teach you to be a good driver. Like when you get it right in those cars, in the same way that, do you remember when we were driving the Porsche Cayman, and the front end felt so pointy, like because there's the weight obviously being a rear engine car. The MR2 I believe is classed as a mid engine, because you've got the boot space behind it as well, but it has like a bit of a pendulum feel to it, but the front end is just so agile. And I remember taking my friend around this roundabout in the UK when I got mine, and the same way that I felt with that race car driver, where I was like, oh my God, you need to slow down before we go into this corner. That's what my friend was like. And we just smashed it into this roundabout and then came around and came off the other side. And he was like, what is this? How does this handle so well? I was like, dude, I don't know. I'm only 20 and I don't have any driving experience. But yeah, they handle really well. You can drift them as well if you want to do some skids for videos and things. Right. Just honestly, great cars. And if you want to, then you can boost them up to like 400 horsepower pretty easy.
Love
and
that.
Because they're so light, and because the turbo sits right here behind your head. Actually, let me think. We drive, what side of the road do we sit on the left side of the car. So yeah, it will be literally behind your head, the turbo. Yeah, lot of fun.
I think that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think you should do that. A lot of opportunity there.
I feel like it's funny because, I mean, I guess going back to, the beginning of loving cars, the beginning of loving video games, I feel like I took the more intensive learning route with computers and with tech. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I took networking classes, I took hardware, I was repairing computers, I was tearing them apart, I was building computers, I was learning to code. I was really kind of like getting to the source of tech and of video games and computers. But I feel like I've always loved cars. I've always appreciated cars. I love driving, I love everything, but I never really learned about modding cars. I never really did that my own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like I would love to have a project car to learn and to learn what the hell I'm doing
100%.
and make it my own. So I feel like that's kind of a goal with, I would love to have a daily that I can kind of just mess around with, learn, and just have fun with.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. And that's a great platform to do it with as well, because it's pre-computers. Yeah, it's EC. It's got an ECU, but even when if you get the turbo and you start messing with that, like, it's not all just done through a laptop. You'll have to mess around with like wastegate actuators and things to make the turbos stay on boost for longer, or blah blah blah, whatever. Like, there's a lot of manual mechanical stuff in there that you could learn about and really understand the basics. Because your GTR, there's nothing you can do to that car.
It's a computer.
Like, you can change the wheels and you can paint it. Like, that's it.
Which I've done. Now what? Like,
right?
That's it.
No, for sure. I think that would be a fucking awesome car for you to get.
So are we talking mod streams?
I think so.
Got some garage streams?
I think so. I'd be down for that.
I'd be very down for that.
Yeah. Go get yourself a car. Go find one on Craigslist right now. It'll be right next to the gently used mattresses.
I don't know if I trust Craig for that, but I guess if we can trust for gently used mattresses.
Yeah. Or
houses.
send an MR2 to PO Box 990.
Yes, Los Angeles, California 90078. Thank you. Send all of your MR2s. Gently used. Welcome.
Amazing. All right. Well, look, I'm going to go get some food because I'm starving, and I appreciate you for the 1 hour and 50 minutes of your time.
Yes.
And,
thanks for having me.
This was a lot of fun. Let's do a little update soon, and we'll look at your car collection and start planning some mods.
Yes, and I hope that everyone can look forward to checking out our next stream, maybe working on some cars, maybe playing some Tarkov, maybe checking out some InSync, Get to the Show. We can play that together. Yeah, a lot of good stuff coming.
Perfect. All right, cool. Well, let's definitely, once we get off air, we'll talk about the old Tarkov streams, because I just got my speedy internet in. I just got fiber internet, and I did a speed. Guess what my upload speed is?
I'm ready to throw up. What is it?
800 meg per second.
Up?
800 meg per second upload, and the upload is quicker than my download.
What's your download?
Like anywhere between 600 and 800.
After you get past like even 50, even like 80, 100, it just, that's insane.
Yeah. It's my computer insane. Now, it knows when I'm going to do something before I do.
It's getting to know you too well. Maybe that's dangerous.
It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. All right. Well, anyway, let's end it on that before we give away too many secrets. But yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I'm glad that you're staying safe during all this coronavirus malarkey. Yes. I will put links in the description to all of Sonja's stuff and all of my stuff, so please make sure you check it out. Let me think. You can get swords merch. That's what you need to do. Is go and grab yourself.
I'm gonna get some myself.
100%. I'll send you. I've got your PO box, so I'll send you some. Yeah.
Send all of your sword merch to no.
Yeah, I'll definitely get you some across. That'd be cool. But yeah, until next time, guys, make sure you subscribe to this. Obviously, these podcasts are a lot longer form than the regular videos, so these are going to go up on a Thursday on my YouTube channel. And that way then, if you want to turn them on and watch them while you're doing something, you can, but they don't get in the way of the regular adventure and lifestyle content that I'm doing on a Tuesday. They're also available on everywhere that you can find podcasts now, which is cool. It was awesome to be able to type this in on iTunes, or like go into podcasts on my phone and just be like Adam's Words Podcast. Yeah, that was fun. I like that. So yeah, check it out. If you want to just put your headphones in and go and do something and have a listen, then you can also do that. But yeah, Sonja, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
And you guys, thank you so much. And I will see you all next week, I guess, on Tuesday. Yeah, in a few days. All right, guys, remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do. See ya.